Alright guys, I'm live on a trade here on CCL, and I'm short. I've been short since 9:53, so for 40 minutes I've been in this trade, which for me is an eternity. It is going nice. Now, I had some other trades on CCL over here that were basically break even, some winners, some losers in here, but this trade started right here. And on the 1 minute chart, you can probably see what I liked in it, which is that we busted below all these moving averages and got right below them, and we're kind of hanging out here. So I had an easy stop out, and for me, it might have been wise to say this is my stop out, but for me, if it broke through VWAP, I was going to get out. So it was a very tight stop, and I usually operate with really tight stops. So got a good partial here. So my first partials were based on level 2 action, and then so these two were based on that, which is around the $18 mark. And then I wanted to get to the low of this candle, so that was what caused this, and level 2 also confirmed that, so that's how I picked that partial. But then it still looked weak. We started curling back down. I liked the way volume was coming in, so I doubled my remaining position right there. I got a couple partials on it, and then I've just been hanging out with a good position still here left. Now, what am I hanging out for? And let me show you. So what I'm hanging out for is on the daily. Now, I don't think we have the juice to get there, but on the daily, CCL has been trading in a very narrow range right here. In the past 2 days, we've basically touched the same high and the same low. Today it looks weak, and so I was hoping that maybe if SPY goes pretty negative, that we might have enough juice to cut down here to this 1744 level. Now, having watched this stock, it's been a long, slow grind down, so I do not think we have the juice to go another 30 cents, but we might, based on the daily chart. So the reason I'm hanging on so long is I'm hoping we can get down to 1744, and if the SPY would help me out, that would be great. But unfortunately, SPY has bounced off this yesterday low level twice and is now on the rise at the moment. So SPY is not helping me out. But this has been a long, slow leak. And the level 2 here on CCL doesn't have a ton, doesn't really have anything, that catches my eye. No really big orders. I mean, there's 1770 right here's kind of got some action going on, but I'm not seeing anything too impressive anywhere. 1760's got a little bit, but that's still not, it's really not that exciting or interesting. So nothing's jumping out at me as far as levels below, and again, I wouldn't be surprised if this is running out of juice here. At this point, I have 63 shares left, and I normally take positions of 400 shares, so I'm down to what is that, 15% of my starting share size. Now, I did actually do an ad where I doubled, so total in this, I'm almost 500 shares into this trade in totality, and I have 63 of them left. And now I also, my watch list today had some other tickers on here, NEO, PLTR, DKNG. Those trades were pretty choppy. Today was kind of choppy, so those aren't that interesting to show you guys. But on the day, depending on how this trade works out, if I were to exit this position as is right now, I would be at 84% of my daily profit goal. So I had a nice day, but I'm still holding out here. I'm going to go ahead and probably end this video now unless CCL really starts doing something interesting, but it's just moving so slow. But that's my line of thinking on this trade. That was my entry right here. Stop out being VWAP, very, very tight stop, and that was at 1808. So even this whole move has only been like 30 cents, which is a good move, but just it's taken 45 minutes to get 30 cents. So that's a very slow move for me. This isn't my usual style of trading, but it has gone well, and I'm hoping we can push for 1750 or the 1744 mark. I don't think we have the juice, but I'm going to hang out and see how it goes. That's my day. It'll finish somewhere between 75 and, I mean, if we were able to get to the 1750 level, then I'd probably be at 100% of my daily profit target. As is, I'm hovering around 70%. But if I were to close out my position right now, 84% of my daily profit target. So pretty good day. Lots of opportunities in the market, but it has been kind of choppy and ugly. So hopefully you guys out there were able to catch something good. And hold on just one sec here. I mean, volume is starting to fly in. Maybe something interesting is about to happen. The tape is reading mostly red, which is nice. I'm hoping to just see it flash red. Didn't happen. Yep. So that's my day so far, and I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Hopefully you guys had a good Friday, and I'll catch you guys Monday. Alright, y'all, I was going to just call it a day and not extend this video, but the move looks like it's starting to happen. We're starting to get really big volume here, so maybe 1750 is back in play as a target. As I said, based on the daily chart, I thought if we could get some juice, we had a chance. Now the juice down here, now this is far away, so this could be no intention to sell, but I think with the way the stock's moving, these are legitimate bids down here. And when I said nothing was catching my eye earlier, when we were seeing round lots of like 60, 50, it's because really the numbers, I'm looking for 100 plus really to make much of it. So this down here looks good. We got the volume flying in right after very, very little bullish volume right here. So I think the 1750-ish level, which again, based on this daily, we've been locked in a very, very narrow range here, and things are looking negative today for CCL. It's been a long, slow leak, so I think 1750 based on the level 2 and the daily chart is definitely in play. So I'm holding out. I wanted to see more follow through right there, and not really getting it the way I wanted to right here, but probably a little bit of profit taking because this drop happened pretty quick. So and a nice kind of narrow ABCD pattern, reverse ABCD pattern formed here in a way. I mean, it's kind of a slow downward trend, but you can see that it's kind of a channel right here with a little bit of a breakout, in a few different ways. But this volume looks really good. I'm just disappointed that we're kind of running in place at the moment. But people want good entries, and 1767, depending on how these next few 1 minutes close, might not be a great entry. It's starting to get more appetizing now that if it doesn't create a new 1 minute high, this creates a better looking entry for a short. See, I think people think it's going to go to 1750 and they want to get into it, but you want to get a really good entry. And for me, for example, this would be a tough place to enter. 1768. I mean, that's kind of a tough entry. But for other traders, more momentum style traders, or people who can utilize wider stop losses, this might be a really comfortable place to take this thing short. My stop losses are very, very narrow, which sometimes means I get shaken out of a move right before it happens, and that's really disappointing. But I just, it's not in my psychological wheelhouse to have really wide stops. See, now the level 2 is getting bigger and bigger on the 1750 mark as we're getting closer to it, which makes which makes these bids seem more and more real, less and less manipulative. Because sometimes market makers can put those up there just to manipulate the market. They have no intention of actually selling or buying at those prices, but as you get closer to those, they become more valid, more likely to be real. And not only are we getting closer, but the numbers are getting bigger. So from that standpoint, it does look pretty good that we might be able to make it. Come out. See, it's getting bigger again. Man, this is so we're now an hour and 20 minutes into the market, and this is the longest I've traded into the market in a very long time. For better or for worse, I'm usually done trading in the first 30 minutes easy. 45 minutes kind of on the longer end. Now SPY's kind of spinning its wheels. Can't decide if it wants to go up or down right now. All right. Well, again, for the sake of the length of this video, I'm going to go ahead and end it here for real this time. But you guys can see that the downward move is happening. It's happening very slowly. I still think we have a shot at 1744, but it looks like it's not going to happen quickly. It looks like it's going to be a long, slow grind. So I'll end it here, but very good trade for me. And again, at this point now with the current price action, I'm at basically 100% of my daily profit goal. So looks like I had a really nice Friday here, and it's always good to have a good Friday before the weekend. When you have a bad Friday, you spend all weekend thinking about it. So really, really happy with my day today. All right, you guys have a good one. All right, I know I keep saying I'm going to end this video, but a last update here. This is a last update. It did end up getting down there. You can see I got all the way down here, got two partials at this 1744 level, and then I decided why the heck not. I went ahead and added back into my position here because on the daily we have the 200 MA down here around the 1730 level. So if maybe we can push through this to get to the 1730, but this is the final update, guys. And right at this point, I'm at 100% of my daily profit target. Maybe I'll push through to this 200 MA, but anyway, now you get to see the final results of the trade. And thanks for bearing with this very, very, very long video.